Wait till we wake up, and then wait till the gang wake up. I was just like, it is what it is. I said, it is what it is. I was just like, exactly. I was just like moving it straight. Silencio. Yeah, that's what. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. Tyler said it, and I was just like, Tyler. Tyler. Oh, you get this free. You know, for free. Probably don't do skydiving anymore, do they? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they do, but they always make you wait. Oh, D for that shit. What is this? Fuse? Oh, okay, it's something different. I'm about to say, there's no way they about to give niggas the same shit. That's what I said. How you make motherfuckers wait this long for some skydiving emotes? That is a pretty cool skin. Oh, they got the Fortnite shit going. Damn, I said this shit, yo. They fucking there's the Apex store was so ass. So ass, yeah. I started doing this shit, but I actually have that skin. Yeah, Revenant skin. Yeah. Oh, they showed me my Watson's blue skin. You know. Okay, yeah, now they have like some skydiving emotes here, but I already own this one, so it's just like yeah. Yeah. I was just like, this shit is crazy. I was like, what is this? Yeah, I would have been like, ah. Yeah, that's what I said. I was just like, exotic shards. How do you get exotic shards? Whoa. That shit alone is $40? You're crazy as hell. Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, they pretty much just put deodorant on this shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, cause I saw it's like, yeah, it was already the same shit. It was already the same shit. Yeah, so it's not like they technically did anything different other than make it sparkle. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was just like, it is low key like a mean cheese. I'm not gonna lie to you. That right there is a mean cheese. Yeah, I was just like, it's cheese in that shit, bro. Like, nah, these shops be like, Max, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I said. I was just like, I genuinely wanted to like do like, I don't, yeah, not like, yeah, I was like maybe like open up like my own shop specifically, but that was my own thing. It was just like you have to really give shit value, yeah, because he does have his own country in Africa, or well, what is it like? Yeah, he has his own country in Africa, and it's just like, or like a town. I'm sorry, maybe not the country. Whoopsie. He has his own town in Africa, and like they're running off of like some like not Bitcoin, but like a digital currency. He has his own digital currency out there, so. Yeah, but they do have a digital currency named Sol, and it's already out there, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, it's just shit like that I'm just like I could do. I feel like right now. Oh no.
You got the split.
I make this look good. Literally,
Oh, I should have ran Lifeline, I guess. But yeah, shit, whatever right now. Oh, I should have saved some of this coffee. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, is my bite too loud?
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, no, I'm on a, yeah, I'm just on like a phone call right now. I'm still,
You might be of use to me yet.
but I'm still out for now. Yeah. But,
Hello?
yeah, he got his own, shirt in, Africa. So, yeah.
No. Oh yeah, he weak. There's no way.
Hold on.
This dude is like 1 bar HP. I done fooled.
Hold on.
I jumped it. Boom.
Honestly, I thought I heard someone on there.
place needs a little more me. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got one
Down
spotted.
here. But yeah. I don't know. I think he has
So we
to.
tagged it.
Word. You know.
Pissing up.
Oh, we got people behind us.
Oh, people behind.
Yeah, people behind. They threw a grenade.
Pay attention, gang. Not far from the ring. We got 30 seconds left.
Just retreat.
This way.
It's 3 stars.
Yeah. I was say just retreat.
Recharging my shields.
And sniper.
Tick-tock, 10 seconds.
After that.
The ring's close. Relax. I got everything under control.
Yeah.
Damn, there goes a booth. Something like that.
One sniper.
Hold on. Shields recharging. Getting shooter. Calm down. I need to get back checking.
One of them over there. That's okay.
Take
No
this
need to
out.
thank me. Just remember that I saved your life. You owe me no explanation. You got bamboo.
Whoa, where'd my aim go? Whoa. Oh,
It's
that is crazy.
easy.
Dude.
Like I be missing.
Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, okay. That was like 5 hours, but no, that's not an issue. I was just like, move. Because he sound like David. But yeah, nah. If you have what's his name, yeah, cause I was just like, okay, so the thing is if you start running tournaments, right? That was like yeah, I was about to say that was the mainest thing. Like you'd actually have to, yeah, I was about to say get with somebody like China,
Not gonna know what hit it.
like you get with like fucking the Chinese or some shit like that. Like you actually, you can actually is it? Yeah, you get with like the Chinese or some shit. Like you could actually like kind of make some shit work. I'm not gonna lie to you, cause they actually
Put
have
people out this game. I haven't been on the mid though.
word. Not saying. Well, I know I'm cap. That was only like 2 days ago, but I'm still not even warmed up for real. I just broke like my main controller, my other controller. Well, that's my only controller to be honest. But like, I'm using like my I'm using Nicoy's controller now, but he don't even really touch his shit. So his controller, like, you know when you touch a new controller, but it's not really like your controller should feel weird.
Yeah, it feels different. Yeah.
Yeah, it should feel different as fuck. Like, I feel like his ass life juice is on this shit, and this shit just fucking with me. I'm not gonna lie. So I gotta work through it, but it's just whatever. It's way better than me using that one. I'm not gonna lie. Well, slightly.
Oh, you think we run a duel? I gotta go soon.
Shit. Nah, I'm only running like ranked right now, strictly. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you got me added, right?
I got you. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, but just hop in the party whenever.
Bet.
Whenever you got time, yeah. Anytime. Every time. But oh yeah, word. But yeah, I was just saying like if you do that shit in China. But that's what I said, like Yeah, they be tried to do their own thing, but that wasn't even my issue. I was just like, as long as it started. But that was my whole point. I was just like, because I was like, the thing is to avoid world war. So if it's, that's the reason I was saying it underneath a company name would be like the better thing. That's the reason I said like it deadass would turn me into like Elon Musk or some shit. But that's the reason I said it. I was just like, me being black, it shouldn't be too much. That's the reason I talk about the image so much. But that was another point that I was trying to point out too, because I was just like, I don't even think they would dislike it that much. Yeah, I was just like, they're a lot of them are having like birth rate issues. And my whole thing was like, sometimes like they go about it and they're just like, oh, because it's difficult to live. That was the reason I said like, if you just have like specific lines of shit where it's just like, okay, you can only afford like clothing like this if you get like to a specific point in like the game, you know, like say like they have like a shop where it's just like, oh well, there's just this one currency for the game specifically. That's the reason I said I was just like, I don't like, for other people to jack that shit is the worst shit ever. I was just like, yeah, nah, like it. That to me would, I would like that. Thank you. Shit like that is like low key grounds for world war. I'm not gonna hold you, because like it's the whole point is for it to be avoided. I forgot to pick up Lifeline again, but it's whatever. But like, if you was to do it, it would be like, if I have yeah, everybody that's on the game, right? And it's just like one game currency, right? So I got you. So for instance, right? It says like Bitcoin. Like, if you're going to a specific shop, or not a specific shop, this one shop, it accepts like Bitcoin only. But like you can only get Bitcoin from playing on the game digital. So it's just like you go in competitions,
That's me. We're done. Whatever.
You can turn around and go outside and then spend that money on other things. Then it's just like, okay, well, what does it go to? Because then you pay taxes and everything. Right? The only issue that they're trying to pretty much make is be like, well, how do they turn around and spend it? Because yeah, they usually do this shit. And it's like, if they just say it's like backed by gold or some other shit. But I was just like, it was pointless because their initial issue, or their initial strategy was to be like, okay, well, this is like the prosperity in my country is like such and such and such. And then I think it should count for like everything that you're aligned with, like an entire allegiance. Because there's low-key no point in your country specifically thriving, but then the other countries that you're aligned with are just trash. Or like even equally as trash. If they're equally as trash as you, but your money is worth more, it's just like now it's just like we gotta have conversations. Because how is your money worth more than my? How is your money worth more than my country's money or currency? Even though like your people are actually worse off, more worse off than ours are. Yeah, because then they use like other factors and stuff too, like trades and goods and things like that. But yeah, I was about to say, like, and then you go and you have places like you say Africa, where it's just like they have a bunch of shit to sell, but you go over there with like an American dollar, you're still rich, because they're still technically trash.
Making contact here.
That's what I said. I was just like, how?
Coming in.
Oh, I shot him.
Reloading.
2 headshots in a row. 2 headshots in a row, baby. Yeah, I gotta turn back around on that one. Respectively. Oh, nice shot.
Something like that.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I was sitting here like, that's what I said. I was like, what did I hear here?
Throwing our stuff. Throwing our stuff. Taking over the decoy.
No, I was just like, that was the most noobest move ever. Hold on. Wow. I was like, wow. Oh, that was all my fault. Well, we had the first knock and everything. Oh yeah.
Nice. And I got an upgrade. That's much nicer.
What the?
Equally.
How are you?
Better.
Save the day.
Oof. How? What the? You just lose a hard scoping battle? It's crazy. Oh. Huh?
Another beautiful piece.
I won. I'm not gonna. Alright,
And they're hitting me. Gotta slow it down.
Oh.
Ideally something I can...
Firing. Recharging my shields.
Alright, let's go.
How about this way?
Oh. Yeah, I was about to say, we should probably leave here.
Tossing jump drive.
Respawn beacon over there.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah. And that was what I was trying to say. They even, and it kind of has way too much fun. Way too much and not enough. But then it's just like they do and don't have the people to man it. That's what I was saying. I was just like, I don't know. I figured most of their women do the majority of like the farm work. I know a lot of men do, but I feel like majority of the women do the majority of their farm work anyways. I was just like, man. And then that was my next thing too. Because I was just like, yeah, it's things like that where it's just like you come back and you think about school and stuff like that, yeah. That's what I was saying. It gets more so like, maybe like the children themselves, where they're more like inclined for like those types of things. But I was like, most people would though. But that was my whole point. I just felt like you should get paid more for what you do on a day-to-day basis. Like, yeah, because it's like, even for keeping the servers up and running, if you just felt like being able to play for like, not a month, but if you're a really high tier player, but like you're not streaming, because not just because you're good does not mean that like once you stream, like you'll get somewhere. So it's just like, you could go to work and you can
Enemy spotted. They look
you can
small.
pay for shit here.
I got an upgrade to choose, but how to perfect
like-
perfection? No, I'm serious.
Deploying a respawn beacon.
Okay. But you can pay for shit on the game, but then it's still just like, for some reason you're still paying for the game, and it's not as for you to pay to play the game and then pay for shit and then turn around and still not even really be feeling like you're paying for it. Yeah, and then just to have like an account for
Someone's gonna take
every
out the
single
kill
game
leader. They're
that you
too
play.
cocky.
Yeah, because like I don't want to have to keep making a new game I mean, a new account for every single game, and then upgrade the servers also, because like, why are the servers themselves ass? Yeah, and then same thing for the internet too, and then also there's that type of energy too, like have like a have have a bare minimum requirement for just to like log into the game.
Better
You
get an
shouldn't be
upgrade.
able to get in
Nothing to
and
do
be
that
like,
with
you
it.
shouldn't have to be
Nothing
facing
to do.
people like
It's just
that.
an upgrade. There
And
wasn't
then I
no
think
swap.
that like a lot of that shit, like security cameras, internet, all that shit should be standard when getting a home. Like somebody shouldn't have to come in and then have to like attempt to pay
Got a
for
bad
it.
guy. Got one here.
Yeah, so it's just like, why? Yeah, why is it just like, why are we in this day and age where like, why are we in this day and age where it's just like, Jesus Christ, he's saying Jesus. So why are we in this day and age? I'm sorry, but why are we in this day and age where like people actually go out of their way to like be well, you have to be shitty to like their fellow brethren, but like quite literally, like I do think that like having home security should be like having security cameras in your house should be standard. And the same thing with the houses and like the way it's built. I was just like, this one I don't mind because they didn't really talk so much. But like, I think it should be low-key standard. So like, if someone was to come over to your place, like everybody should know that they're being watched. So like, you shouldn't have to worry about not trying to invite people over for your own safety. Like everything's being watched, everything's being recorded. Like you have your own system for everything. And even in China, they be clocking you shit OD with like traffic cameras and shit like that. Like they have that shit in China. And then they have like point systems and stuff. So it's dead ass that type of vibe where it's just like, you're literally supposed to do what you're supposed to do. But I was also saying you should get paid for doing what you're supposed to do. Because I think it's stupid when people say, oh, you shouldn't get paid for doing what you're supposed to do. You should do it. You should do it regardless. It doesn't make sense to me. Because like, now it's just like, what do I get paid for? And then it's just like, oh, you gotta go above and beyond. But I thought that's what I was supposed to do. So that's why I was just like this ass backwards talking and thinking, because people want to be cheap that actually keeps society low. And then it's this type of shit where it's just like, now that's why I talk about opening up apps where we have odd job ball apps, where if you did want to be a gamer for the most part of your life, but then you just do a whole bunch of oddball jobs, like quite literally it'd be like, oh, like you're trained to work at FedEx, you're trained to work at McDonald's, and then you're also trained to do recycling, like recycle.
Hold on, buddy. Oh shit.
If you're trained to do like all three of those things, I think
I'm not made that way.
appreciation.
Oh,
But
shit,
if
my
you're trained
bad,
to do
my
all
bad.
three of those things, and they just like
My bad,
need
my
somebody
bad.
for these days or that day or whatever, then like you should just be able to pick that
My
shit up.
glasses, my
Specifically
glasses,
because
my
of-
glasses, my glasses. I had them on the bed.
That's just insanity. But yeah,
Hey, my glasses, fuck nigga, right? My glasses.
no,
I had them on the
funny.
bed. I had them on the bed. Right?
All the better
I had them on the
things.
bed, right?
I
I had him on the bed, right? You know what I mean? I had him on the bed, and then
I like it. I like it.
I follow this nigga. Come on, go. Hey, land wherever you want. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was good. Yo, that shit is crazy though. That shit high key is crazy though. I do think that like you should be able to like have those jobs instead of like people going out and like, we need people for these jobs but then we don't have them. Everybody's always talking about that shit, right? So it's like, we have these positions but we don't have them. And I have jobs like that, these factory jobs. It's so like, yeah, they're so difficult to kind of like want to work every single fucking day. it's just like you really want me doing this shit every day. It's just crazy. It's just like yo, everybody be like, oh, I need a break. Everything feels like I need a break every now and then. Like I don't want to be stuck doing like this thing simultaneously the entire time, but simultaneously I don't ever want to stop. So
Man,
it's just
I
like,
got no
if you don't-
guns. I ain't
if
even
you
gonna
don't
lie
ever
to you,
want
big
to
dog.
stop, then it's just like you should always be able to
I got it.
continuously thrive and do as you want. Like just in the
Thermite,
moment that you feel
thermite, I
like
got thermite.
that you feel like you could thrive. Specifically because I was just sitting here, I was just like, oh, this is amazing.
No sweat for me. Can you
Oh,
keep up?
oh. I still didn't like
Ah,
this.
man. Ah, we good.
Yeah.
I got some.
I was just sitting there like, ooh. But yeah, I was just like, it's just the type of shit that like actually kind of gets the community up and running. 'Cause-
Optics here. Mid-range.
oh yeah, I need that.
I need you.
Yeah. I knew it!
Pull up on these niggas.
I
Ah!
fucking knew it!
I'll pull it. Got one.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Almost got two.
oh shit, nice. What? Oh, this is on that side?
Oh, no team. Oh, no team.
You cracked? Hold on.
Yo, bro, stop. Damn, nigga. Can't even hear myself like that.
Oh yeah. No, you left? What? No. Why? Why? Aye. Ah, okay, hold on.
Looks like a care package is coming in. Just give it something good. Yeah. Level 2.
Recharging my shields.
Huh. You just like, it just follows you. That's tough. Okay.
Ammo's
But
low.
yeah.
I bet you look for
Yeah,
more.
that's what I was just like, why make somebody wait for this type of stuff?
There's a
They just want to keep their
perfectly
shit
good
going.
day.
I think they're so ass though. It's so fucked up. Yeah, that's the thing I was saying. I was just like, you should low-key allow people to kind of like distance themselves from the game and pick it back up. Like you feel like if you make a good game, you should make it as good as possible. Yeah, that is high key how I feel it is. Yeah, cause like,
Making contact with enemy.
hold on. Yeah, first thing should be to regroup.
Ammo's almost out. Better resupply.
Yeah, I forgot that kill off.
I spy an enemy.
Frog out. There's a perfectly good upgrade just waiting for me.
Reloading.
What the? Through the wall? It's crazy. I thought it was the enemy. Okay. I thought it was supposed to heal me. I thought I would have been healed. Okay. Okay. I should have got that quicker. Should have done a lot. Should have done a lot there. What does that mean? What does 135 mean? 90, 135. Come on, level. What is that? And you turn up to 4. Wow. Yeah. No. Wait. Hold on. That is not what I did. Oh, okay. Now I see that. Yeah, I left that shit so fast. What the fuck? Yeah, I thought he was about to hop in straight into the game. Not gonna lie. Same here. Same here, buddy. Same here. But yeah, no, that was what I was saying. Like, or this is what I was trying to say, because this is what I was saying. Yeah, as far, it was the whole thing with the security cameras in the house, but yeah, like, one always should have like a bigger house, and then like more space, and then more places to kind of be. That was my whole thing. Is just like people complain about time in a day. Yeah, and that was the only next thing I was gonna say. I was just like, yeah, to make places to stay more accessible, and then making like going to other people's places to stay more accessible, like. Yeah, like for people to kind of move around more often. Because then it's just like you kind of complain about traveling, but it's just like, yeah, if it was just like now I work one job 1 week, another job another week, and another job another week. That way, like you can actually kind of go from place to place. And that was my whole thing too. It's just like, yeah, so I feel like it should be shit like that, where it's just like the people that you have and trust, like you should technically have like a console per place. Like, you set shit up like that, it's just like, it does not make life seem unfeasible, essentially. Because then, like, people are getting around, people are talking more. And it's just like, people only make space for disagreements, for the ones that want it because they think they get paid off of it. You don't get paid off of that shit. And especially if everything's being recorded on top of that, you see what someone else is doing, it's just like, yeah, it's just like you get those types of people. That's the reason I said like you gotta get rid of those people. Like you stick them with each other. Oh, and then you rock that shit. Dude, he said yeah. She said I was in America before. That's crazy. So I'm not even gonna lie to you. But no, I'm so serious. Like yeah, like if you really don't want to be like involved in that. That's what I was saying. I usually say you should want to keep somebody like that close. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, because then it's just like, not only, yeah, your people do get bored and shit like that, but it's also learning how to like read the room. Quite literally.
I got your back. Let's talk.
Because I was just like, people genuinely do need to learn. Yeah, I was just like, just having somebody you shouldn't, yeah, that whole keep your friends close, keep your enemies close. Like, that shit is so true. Yeah, that shit is so true. Because like I actually can't really survive or thrive that much, to be honest, without knowing that. Yo, what is this? I hate my controls right now. I really do. I'm sorry. I can't really.
Someone was fast in the fight and snagged first blood.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just because like I broke my controller the other time, and now I'm like, oh well, controller's not really broken. Don't have to go back to those controls.
We're close to the ring.
Let's glide.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I did that shit so often, so often. I kept breaking.
Attention.
I had the gold controller, I had the navy blue controller, I had 2 black controllers.
Harvesters are online.
Oh wait. Yeah. No. I exchanged the black. Cause we did keep. Okay, yeah. So we kept. There was one. Technically, we kept 2 of them, but it was one of them
10 seconds
that I
remaining.
went out my way to try to fix. That was why I was saying. I was just like, it was 2 of them, wasn't it? But my whole thing was, I'm trying to figure out how many controllers I had in total. Cause I'm pretty sure it wasn't 4. I'm pretty sure it was 5. Because although I had the navy blue controller and the gold controller, before that I actually exchanged the controller for the gold controller. Yeah, that's what I said. I thought I would have bought the gold controller, but
Running low on ammo. Got to look out for more.
because I'm just like, I know I can be cheap, but I know I do spend the money though.
New kill leader. Go on, watch out.
Just like, I feel like we had 3 black controllers, and then I bought 2. I bought the gray controller. And, I'm sorry, not the gray. I'm sorry. No, that was Jeremiah's controller. Jeremiah had that one. Or Jerry. Jerry had the gray controller.
Well, it seems we have an enemy nearby.
Yeah. And then we had. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I only bought the gold controller and the navy blue controller, but I was pretty sure I bought a controller and had to exchange it because actually I think if anything, I mean I bought a black controller and exchanged it for the navy blue controller because I bought the exchange one. That was just like. These motherfuckers out here hitting me. What the? I had so much to say about that. That was my first thought. I was just like, how? Just like the house. So if you actually go and you have but if you actually go and you have like the house and yeah, even houses like that where you're technically you could technically like rent them out. I would just tell you like yeah, especially like that where it's just like for work and for travel purposes. Like me. Or like for, you know what I mean? Like you have houses out here. Well, I wouldn't say me, but yeah, you have houses like that where it's just like, oh, okay, like you go here this week, here that week. And then I was gonna say you can do the same thing for that. Because that was it would be nothing more than like coming back to a casual that like it's just like you know everyone so it's just like, so you have this 30 people that way. And then like 4 bedrooms. Yeah, or not even 30. I think that's cool. Not saying 30 as a 10, but like yeah, cause I was just like let's just say like you have like you work like 4 hours and then like yeah, that's what I said. So say you work like 4 odd jobs, and
Replicator on its way.
hold on.
Let's go.
Yeah, you work 4 odd jobs. What the hell? Oh,
I like the feel of that spot. Let's
all right,
go.
that's fine. Yeah, I got you. Let me just lag real hard real quick.
Extended sniper barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
Reinforcing my shield.
Listen up, the ring closes
Dang.
in 1 minute. I could use that.
Yeah. Should be like people in the
Contact
storm.
Recharge my shield.
Yeah, so
The ring
it would just be like
We have
that. I would
45
just be
seconds
like,
to change
I feel like people only say that shit just to say it though, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't really think that people actually need it. And if the people that need it or feel like it's like high-key a better lifestyle, those are probably gonna be the people that like are just like pissed off and annoyed the most.
Optics here.
So like, yeah, I was just sitting here. I was just like, if these people are actually the ones that, wow, I didn't know they were like this, crazy. Wow, okay. But yeah, I was just, I would have put this one.
Hostile close.
I But it would be like if people went and I feel like the only people that actually complain, or not complain, the people that would like it would be like people that do need it, or feel like it could be utilized. That's the reason I said like I would like to put it because I think that like they would actually think about it. They'd be like, no, this could work, and then like you can build like a stronger sense of community. And people would like get together more often. Like I think that like it just makes like a higher amount of sense. Because like really it's just like no one really wants to just be sitting and hating themselves all day. And especially like the because they're actually like they're actually pretty decent. And then like when you go back to like I was gonna say the Chinese people, but I mean, there's some of the Asians. I think like Chinese, Taiwanese, South Korean, well, North Korean also, especially, North Korean. And then, what else? Who are the other? And then, Japanese, yeah. I was just like, Seoul.
1 minute and I'm a long way from the ring.
But yeah, it would be like, I feel like they can actually see value in working. And like, it even has a type of like, energy where it's like, they know about like the struggle. Especially when you have like these third world countries, like, I especially going there and doing that shit they were filming there, people, like, I feel like it's just one of the easiest ways to boost your economy. Like, one of the easiest ways. It's just to unite people. Like, it's makes you unionize people, like, it should be like a straight shot. Because the main thing you get is just communication. And that was the reason I said, like, you start doing a whole lot of shit and then you start doing it by the book. It makes a lot of, like, conversation, like, honestly, not ideal, but like, ooh, you got magic fuel. It makes the conversation so, you start to flatline it. But the thing was is that when people start actually getting, like, personal, this is where we get more of, like, and we get more interpersonal. But that was the reason I said I hate when they actually go out of their way to try to, like, make it degree based, you know what I mean? Like, that's the reason I was saying, just to like kind of have somebody there, where you actually keep one person in the house, or you're just like the family therapist of the crib, because it's like the one main person that stays there, and they stay inside. I don't know, I wouldn't have shot it though. But yeah, you have one person that is like the main person of the house, and their job is to kind of like keep the peace of the house. Like that's where it's just like low key where it's just like you get like two of them. So like this is where you kind of get like a pretty decently sized house, and then it's just like okay, you have maybe you have two people, or maybe no, you leave the basement to the basement, and people kind of want to bring people over and stuff like that. And that was the next thing too, where it's just like you kind of like pick the type of crib, or you pick the theme of the crib. So like you pick the theme of the crib, and it's just like I don't mind. But then it's just like you guys talking. And it's just like, oh, you start talking about like, what's actually working. But the whole thing is that's just like preconceived notions. None of that should have been be like an issue. And those are also already things that are in society as a whole. So my whole thing is you're not gonna go somewhere. Cause like, you guys kind of, yeah, it's almost like turning the world, or turning it back into like, I guess like high school, not college, more college, but, or like boarding room high school, but it's just, yeah, some of those do, even to me personally, make more sense. Just cause like, yeah, like your adulting world is failing, and if it was supposed to be thriving, it would have broken already. Like, yeah, it's been going on for too long and been failing for too long. Yeah, cause like at a point, you're in there, nobody really wants to do this shit no longer. Nobody wants to do this shit anymore.
I like this spot energy. Let's go.
Ring's coming in a minute, but it's close.
The enemy's here. Enemy close. The ring's close. 45 seconds. That's the throw. Let's work our magic. 30 seconds and the ring's close. My shield's a bit more power.
Jesus. Sad. Sad. Yeah, it's cool. Put up great. Yes, yes. Come on. Ugh. Yeah, it's tough too. Cause I was ripping at the end. I was ripping. I was like, bam, 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 bam. But yeah, like, I feel like if you have like, yeah, if you have like two, oh, that's another thing. You talk about like restructuring shit. That was my next one. Yeah, I was just like, technically you should and you're supposed to. Cause the whole thing is y'all do restructure, but y'all only restructure everything smaller, tighter, and taller. And that was like the biggest issue that New York has. New York literally has that issue, where it's just like, it's so oddly weird over there. And like they have so many buildings and so much wealth that they don't have wealth. That's what I said. It was just like, yeah, and most people are starting to move to southern places anyways. Like, it was just more so like a phase and that had a facade. Cause like there's no way I thought that shit was feasible or thought that shit was gonna work. I deadass just had like a bunch of baby boomers that came up and was just like, yo, we can make a shit ton of money here. And it was just like, how can we make the most amount of money? And that was like your only thought process. So like, if you actually got up and only felt like, you know what, like I'm here to make money and I'm gonna make my money and leave and go home, this is just a result that you have. And then you start having like, people trying their fucking hardest to even make money or get to these places. But yeah, now you start to have a bunch of people realize that like you don't really care and you don't really want it. Because most people don't even really care too much or want that lifestyle who even have it. There was just nothing else, there's nothing else better for them to do personal. Like there was literally nothing else better for them to do. So like, if you actually had nothing else better to do, or you wish you had something else better to do, but you paywall yourself from it, and you only really pay, the only company that you're getting is the company that you use to just pay them to get away from you, then it's just like, where are you even like, yeah, where are you kind of like getting your shit from, you know, like, yeah, it's just like, now it's just like your whole life, all you're really doing is telling people, hey, I want comrades around me, you know, I want company around me, but your entire company is based off of you pushing people away from you because they can't afford your company. Yeah. You said why? I started scooping. I don't hear shit. I already know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. You're a rip my shit. And this is versus all that shit? Oh, you didn't like that. I'm gonna go. Uh-huh. Okay. But yeah. Nope, you need help.
I'm recharging my shield. Looks like we're at the next ball. Protecting keeping you safe.
Where the...
Healing up.
That was my first thought. I was like, where'd your fucking partner go?
I would have kicked your ass even without the
Literally was my first thought.
We've got 30 seconds to get to the next round. If you go down, I'm not carrying you.
I don't know. I guess it could have been a cool first move. If there were too many people there. Oh, it should have been the first thought. I think I realized as soon as you heard shooting. But, yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like talking shit to team, it just takes too long to load in. No fucking way. I really thought it was in the other direction.
New kill leader. The tide of battle changed.
Maybe not the first one. Nah, I'm losing my binge stream on this one. Nah, I'm losing my binge stream on this one. I'm losing it. No, dude. Yeah, you gotta come over here. You gotta join the squad. Yo, you're cool. Just come over